Raising money kind of is the first thing, but the big picture is hopefully raising awareness for these causes and just, spreading awareness throughout our community that there's so many of these great local nonprofits that need help and do amazing things. And that's kind of what it's about.
You're listening to Hops News, the trusted source in beer culture news. Welcome your host, Jay Brew, with special guest, Dano.
Yeah, thank you for joining us for episode 3. We got a great episode lined up today, and we've got a special guest joining us today, DJ Dano. Dano, where's Brotherly Love at?
Man, I tried giving Brotherly Love a phone call, and this morning, he was like, hey, man, you mind filling in for me? And he didn't really give me any details of where he was at or what was going on, but I can guarantee you that if he's out and doing something, it's going to have a good story for when he comes back.
Yeah, without a doubt. So anybody out there listening, if they see Brotherly Love out there and about, point him in the direction of the studio for us, will you? We would greatly appreciate it. Dana, we got another great episode lined up today. What do we got going on?
Yeah, we have an amazing brewery located down in Florida called Marker 48. These guys, heard about our podcast and about community, and that's one thing that they've been about from the very beginning of starting their brewery. So I'm sure they'll have some really cool stories to tell us about how they're making a difference.
Yeah, that's awesome. So don't forget, we've got the brewery swag giveaway at the end of the episode, and we also have a great conversation with Tina and Gerard from Marker 48 Brewing out of Florida about the awesome stuff those guys are doing. And they're actually joining us for the conversation while they're at GABF in Denver, Colorado this week. So definitely appreciate them for taking the time out and having a conversation with us. Hang tight. We're going to take a short break and be right back with the conversation.
Welcome back from the break. Here's Jay Brew and Dano.
All right, welcome back from the break. We got Tina and Gerard from Marker 48 Brewing, and they're going to tell us about the amazing things they're doing down in Florida. Welcome, guys.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about yourself, Tina, and what got you started in the beer industry, and then we'll go from there with Gerard.
Awesome. Well, our brewery is, like you said, Marker 48 Brewing. It's located in Weeki Wachee, Florida, which is just north of Tampa on the West Coast. We are known for our beautiful river, Weeki Wachee River, and our live mermaid show, which has been going on since, I believe, 1944. So we opened a brewery. We're not even a year old yet. We are actually having our 1-year anniversary in November. So that's exciting. And basically, we are the only brewery until about a month ago that was in our county. We have breweries all around us. Obviously, the Tampa Bay area is up and coming for, being known as a beer town. And we have breweries to the north of us, to the south of us, to the east of us, but no breweries in our county. So my husband and I decided several years ago that, being avid home brewers and having a very good friend that was a professional brewer, that we were going to make the leap and open a brewery. So that's what we did.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's definitely carries forward to kind of the norm of what we're hearing is people wanting to spread that the awesomeness that is beer in their local community, and it just wasn't there prior. So Gerard, tell us how you got your start in the beer industry.
Well, my profession is newspapers. I was working for a Sarasota newspaper for 10 years. Make a long story short, I left to pursue another venture. It did not work out well. I kind of fell into writing freelance about craft beer. I started one website called roadtripsforbeer.com, which is now pretty dormant. And then I noticed the massive growth that was happening in Florida. So I started a website called beerinflorida.com to focus on that. And that's something I'm a lot more active with right now. The kind of led in a way to writing a book called Florida Breweries. It was a guidebook. Had 6 chapters on 66 breweries. It came out in 2014. People ask when I'm going to write an update because there are so many new ones. And I tell them I have no idea because there are now more than 200 breweries in the state. And I just don't have the time anymore.
Yeah, that would keep you busy for probably several years to visit all those places and be able to expand on those.
And then I kind of, I was working with Tina and her husband, the co-owner of Brewing, Maurice, on doing some press releases when they were first starting. And kind of, I enjoyed working with them so much that I just never left. So now they are kind of I'm working for them part-time a little bit, doing some marketing, and I guide the tours at the brewery on Sundays. We do 3 tours, and it's just a whole hell of a lot of fun.
Yeah, it sounds like it. So tell us, I think a large part of what makes visiting breweries so interesting for people is the experience. So tell us, in your guys' words, we walk into Marker 48 Brewing, what's the experience the consumer is going to receive there?
Well, that was really important to Maurice and I. I'm glad you brought that up. We actually have an RV, and in the summers, we travel with our kids and our dogs, and we live in Florida, obviously. So we've traveled almost every state in the country and visited probably over 300 breweries across the country, from, Washington State, Oregon, California, Colorado, Texas, Utah, I mean, you name it. And that was something really important to us when we were opening our brewery, is the experience. Because I feel like there's 3 main things in breweries. Obviously, the beer is super important, and the experience that you have when you're there, and the atmosphere, as well as the service that you get. So we wanted to make sure everybody has a really cool experience when they come to our brewery. So our brewery is actually an old garage. When we moved into our brewery, it was a full functioning garage. It's about 5,000 square feet, self-standing building. And there's what kind of drew us to it is there's garage doors everywhere in it. The big kind that you can roll up, the overhead doors. And so we went in, and it took us almost a year to renovate the space, just because of how kind of grimy and gross it was for 20-something years being a garage. But the outcome is just amazing. And living in Florida, we have such beautiful weather many, many months of the year. So we're able to actually open up all the bay doors. And it's just a really cool kind of industrial feel. We actually, we used about 1,000 pallets when we made the space. So we actually recycled a lot of the materials that went into the building. And we have a huge beer garden that actually is recycled turf from a field. So it's like AstroTurf. We have an Airstream that we converted into an outdoor beer garden, which is pretty cool. A beer stream, we call it. And so, yeah, we hopefully can create this really unique space. We have something kind of unique as well. So since it was a garage, it actually, in Florida, basements are kind of unheard of. But there's actually the old bays that you could drive over. So there was these big holes in the ground, essentially 30 foot long, 2 of them. And we actually put glass over it and the tasting room tables. And you can actually look down into the basement where we've turned that into that 1,200 square foot space into our barrel aging room. So the temperature is nice. It stays about 70 to 72 degrees year round. And so that's where we have our barrel aging program downstairs. And that's also, something that you can check out when you're on a tour with Gerard on Sundays. So, so it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool space. People come from all over and they say they feel like they're in a big city like Denver or Tampa, which is, what we were going for, to bring, that experience to our little hometown. So.
Yeah, you've got me wanting to, wondering why we're not down there recording live from that location, because it definitely sounds like a place that I could sit and drink a few beers and enjoy myself.
Yeah, next time for sure.
Yeah, if I could add, Tina and Maurice grew up in that area. They were high school sweethearts. And so when they opened the brewery, they wanted it to not just be a place to make and sell beer, but a place for the community and to be part of the community and to bring the community into it, which is a big part of why they have all these fundraising initiatives for the local nonprofits.
Correct. Yeah, that is true. Yep. So we try to be very community centric. Some of our favorite breweries that we've visited across the country are definitely those kind of smaller hometown breweries that just do so much and give back so much to their community. And being that Maurice and I were born and raised in that area, we're raising our family in that area. That was something that was really, really important to us, is to build a brewery that we can actually literally bring our community together. And I think we've really accomplished that. That's probably the most proud that I am of our brewery, is just the fact that we've been able to accomplish what that goal of ours was, is to make a very community-centric place and to do a lot of fundraisers and be able to have a business that we can do so much to give back to our local, town.
So you guys being the first one to open in that county, did y'all have any, was the local government real, helpful in that process of restoring that building and everything?
Absolutely. It was amazing how helpful our county government was, our building department. Everybody literally was just the excitement and the buzz that was going around our county when we were in the process of building was just so amazing. And we're so grateful for that, and it still continues. We, even today, just because we're just constantly doing things, to expand and improve, and our county still continues to support us and be a big, they see what we're doing with the community, and they're very appreciative of that as well, and just making a really cool place for people to come hang out helps too. So.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like you guys are doing a lot with the community, all the way down to bringing back an older business or an older structure, bringing it back to service the community for what it is. So with that, and you've kind of alluded a little bit on it, but if you could tell us a little bit more about what you guys do with the local community and what your impact there is.
Sure. So we decided to do what's called Touch for Cause, which is basically we choose a local nonprofit. There's a few criteria. So we choose a local nonprofit. They have to be local. They have to be 501c3, and they have to have less than 25% administrative fees. So at least 75% of the money raised has to actually go to whatever that cause is. And we basically choose a nonprofit, choose a month for that nonprofit, and we brew a beer just for them. And on our small, pilot system, which is usually about 2 to 3 barrels, and we put that beer on tap for the entire month. So I'll give you an example. This month, starting October 1st, is the ARC Nature Coast, which is a local nonprofit that helps adults with developmental disabilities. And they do amazing things. They do training, on-the-job training, and they have resource centers where people can go during the day, and they can do arts and crafts. They have dances. It's just a really, really great organization. They do amazing things for some really special people in our community. So this month we brewed a beer for them called Arctoberfest, and it's an amber beer. And we'll put that beer on tap for the entire month of October, and we will give them 100% of the proceeds and for the entire month or until the beer is gone. So usually that raises anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000, depending on what beer it is and how popular it is, et cetera. We also invite that nonprofit to come in at least one day throughout the month and set up tables, and they can do raffles and raise additional money. But really the most important thing is hopefully raising awareness for that nonprofit and getting people educated on what they do and why they do it. And, maybe it'll strike a chord with somebody and they'll have somebody that, wants to start volunteering or, maybe donate on a monthly basis. So it's really, it's raising money kind of is the first thing. But the big picture is hopefully raising awareness for these causes and just, spreading awareness throughout our community that there's so many of these great local nonprofits that need help and do amazing things. And that's kind of what it's about. So,
yeah, that's definitely seems to be the commonality, and that's kind of what we hope to achieve here at Hops News as well, is raise the awareness for not only the nonprofits, but the breweries like you guys that are doing amazing things and creating awareness in your local communities. So looking at your Facebook page, I came across an event that you guys recently did called Kidney Fest. And if you could tell us a little bit about what that entailed and what you guys accomplished with that, that'd be great.
Yeah, a local home brewer has been a friend of the brewery and brewing community for quite a while. This is the third one he's done, I believe. His name is Eric, and his mom a few years ago had very serious kidney disease, kidney failure, essentially, was on dialysis and needed a kidney. So neither he nor anyone else in his family were a match. So he joined this network, essentially a network of people who need it or were willing to donate a kidney. And he went into surgery one morning, donated his kidney to someone else, and then someone within that network by that evening had donated the kidney for his mom. And she's doing great, really in good health, but she does need the anti-rejection medicine for the rest of her life, essentially. And so it's very expensive, and the reason he's doing these festivals where he invites and it has a lot of participation from local home brewing clubs and smaller breweries. It's bigger breweries in some cases. I believe Cigar City is there, wasn't it? And it's very reasonable. It's only like $25. It was all you could sample. A lot of breweries donate beer and gift certificates and swag and that sort of thing, and they raffle that off to help raise more money. And they were really successful this year. I think it was $5,000 they raised this year.
Yeah, that's awesome. When you can make impacts like that in people's lives that truly affect them for the rest of their lives, that's tremendous. So obviously you guys are doing some amazing things down there in Florida at Marker 48. I have a feeling there's something geographically associated with the brewery name. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah. So it's just basically because we live in an area so that's actually our logo is a channel marker for the 48. And my husband Maurice and I live on the water, and we have the Weeki Wachee River in our area, which is absolutely beautiful. I highly recommend coming down and checking it out. You can swim with manatees. We have the live mermaid show. It's just absolutely crystal clear, beautiful water going right out into the Gulf of Mexico. Just to the north of us, we have the Homosassa River and the Crystal River, which are both just beautiful rivers. We're actually known as the Nature Coast, and it's just really a beautiful area. So we're both boaters. We love fishing, diving, just really living that Florida lifestyle. And just being always out on the rivers and the Gulf, there's a channel marker 48 out by us that we kind of was our spot to just go out, have a picnic, enjoy, watch the sunset. It's just kind of a special place for us. So when we were naming the brewery, we obviously wanted something that had some meaning and had something to do with local. And so we decided to go with Marker 48 Brewing. So it's a local channel marker, and it's a special place. And actually our whole county, our whole area is a really special place. It's beautiful. And, we're really proud of it. So.
Yeah, you're right. I've actually, I've been down there before when I was a kid. And actually I remember the mermaid show. I don't think I could forget that. That was incredible thing. You guys have a mermaid beer?
We do. So we have one of our core beers, actually. It's called Mermaid's Milk Stout. And it's a sweet stout. It's served on nitro. And it's one of our most popular beers. It's absolutely delicious. And we're really proud of it. So all of our beer, we try to the beer names, it either has something to do with our local area or something that's kind of special to us. So, Red Right Return is our Irish Red, and that's, again, kind of ties into the voting.
Award-winning Irish Red.
Award-winning. Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, you definitely want to make sure you get that in there. Yeah, it sounds like a place. I'm sitting here looking across at Dano, and I'm wondering, why aren't we down there recording with these guys? But obviously you're in Denver and you're getting ready for GABF and having a great time with that. So in closing here, tell us a little bit about how people can find your brewery, the social media faces that you guys might have, and other means that you guys reach out to customers and your fans.
I'm going to let Gerard take this one.
Okay, well, we are, as you already mentioned, on Facebook page, Marker 48. We are on Twitter at Marker 48. I'm double checking that. And Instagram, Marker 48 Brewing. Let's see. Yes, Twitter is at Marker 48 Brewing. And Snapchat? Are you on Snapchat? No Snapchat yet. So yeah, that's how you can find us. If you're interested in my website, beerinflorida.com, and I have all the social media for that as well.
Awesome. Yeah, the social media efforts for anybody now is getting to the point where you almost got to have somebody that's all they do. There's so many different social media facing aspects out there, but it's a good way for you to get your message out there. And we definitely appreciate you guys taking your time out of your day there in Denver and away from the events at GABF to join us here.
Oh, well, we appreciate you having us on, and we invite you guys all down to our brewery. And, we'll make it happen. Do a live broadcast. I think it'd be a lot of fun. And, we'll make a day of it.
Do between two firms.
Yeah, we can do between two firms.
Yep. That'd be awesome. Thanks again, guys. We're going to step away for a break here, and we'll be right back with you.
Welcome back from the break. Here's Jay Brew and Dano.
That was a great conversation with Tina and Gerard. Dano, what do you think about that?
Man, it's just incredible what, seeing other breweries come together and, focused on giving back to their communities and, really using beer as a tool for activating the people around them and, bringing value to different people like that. Just love hearing about it.
Yeah, it's definitely great to be able to talk to people like that. And after that conversation, Dano, I don't know about you, but I want to check out that barrel cellar they got.
Yeah, that sounds incredible. And, I'm still blown away about, the guy going and, donating his kidney and, them doing a whole charitable organization and the events around that whole process, man. It's just incredible to hear that.
Yeah, definitely with the medical cost and the expense that people face now, it's great to hear organizations like that. So definitely hats off to those guys down there at Marker 48 Brewing. You guys are crushing it with community involvement. And it definitely sounds like you have an experience lined up for people to walk into that brewery and really take away from an experience. So kudos to you, hats off. Right now, let's move into the giveaway. So just like we do every episode, we're going to do some giveaways of brewery swag this week.
Oh, drum roll.
That's it, drum roll. And this week, just like every week, we're going to announce a follower from Twitter and a Facebook like there. So the Twitter follower is going to be Scott Peeling, and his Twitter handle is at Chef Peeling. So Scott Peeling, and Facebook like or follower is Melissa Williams. You guys have 7 days to contact us after the uploading of this episode to claim your prizes. And I know it's probably a little bit unique, Dano, from what other episodes or other podcasts are doing, but what we're looking to do is pay it forward to the loyal listeners.
Yeah, I think it's great, man. Our community is what this whole thing's built around. So if we can, continue to support us, and we'll support you, and, to keep growing this, the big picture of what we're trying to do here.
Yeah, it's great. Like I said, our way of paying it forward. Obviously, to be entered for the next giveaways, it's simple. You follow us on Twitter or you like us on Facebook, and it's easy to find us at either location. Just type in the @ symbol, Hops News. So at Hops News. And if you think there's an awesome beer culture news for us, or awesome brewery or awesome community involvement in your area, definitely reach out to us and let us know about that. And you can do that in several ways, either through the social media efforts or through our email account. It's hopsnewspod@gmail.com, and that's hopsnewspod@gmail.com, or the very new Hops News Hotline. What do you think about our own hotline there, Dano?
It's pretty impressive. I feel like we're really doing it right this time.
Yeah, makes it sound like we're legit or something, huh? So the Hops News Hotline, you can call, leave your comment or question on a voicemail, and we'll definitely address it on the next recording. So the Hops News Hotline is 828-278-9952.
Give us all your questions. Leading up to also, where is Brotherly Love?
Yeah, we might need to start an episode about that. Where's Brotherly Love? Or
we'll send them out. We'll send them out on the public and see what he can turn into.
Yeah, maybe we'll start a new segment in the episodes. Where's Brotherly Love? Yeah, again, the Hops News Hotline is 828-278-9952. Definitely love to hear from you, and thank you again for joining us. Till next time, cheers.
Hops News is a We Can So You Can Foundation production. We Can So You Can Foundation supports the communities it serves through investment in social-minded businesses engaged primarily in education, veteran services, and affordable housing. To learn more about the We Can So You Can Foundation, please visit wecansouYoucan.org. Thank you for listening.